Well, hey folks, and welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. Hey, you know, I've spent a lot of time making videos about my cabin and showing you around that place, and I've also put up quite a few videos on different cabins that I've designed that are smaller, that work well for off-grid living or homesteading. A lot of them can be built on to make them bigger if you want. But I really want you to know that you don't have to use just one of my designs, and my designs are all modifiable, and there is no perfect cabin. Okay, my cabin is designed for my lifestyle. I'm an outdoorsman. I love to be outside and garden and raise animals, and I don't even paint my cabin, not because I'm lazy, but because I don't want to put stains and paints and stuff on my cabin. So sometimes people think, oh, that's a rough old cabin looking thing, and so maybe they're not encouraged to think about this as a lifestyle. But there are lots and lots of different ways you can do your cabin, and you can make it just as fancy as you want. You can make it look like a cottage. You can make it look like a regular house. You can do it in modern style. There's lots and lots of different ways to build small houses, and you don't even have to call them a cabin if that bothers you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the people that have been following my work and gotten my books and plans and stuff like that, and how they modified the cabins to work for their environment and their lifestyle. And I can tell you that right now there's cabins from my plans built up in Alaska. There's cabins in Hawaii. There's two of them being built right now in Hawaii. There's cabins all over the United States, even in some Asian countries and in the Russia and European countries. There's been cabins that people have built using my ideas, maybe not my basic design, but using my ideas to base their small cabins and houses and things like that on. So I want to really encourage you to watch some of these, look at some of these. You can go to my website, simplesolarhomesteading.com. Up at the top, you can click on Client Cabins, and you can see the pictures, and they also have some videos. Some of them have some videos of their cabins and the construction process. So look at those. Get lots of ideas. Don't just settle on one idea right off the bat or think this is the perfect design. Go and look at them and see how they can be modified in many ways. They can be made larger. They can even be made smaller. They can be made fancier. So I want to encourage you. And I'm just going to go through some of these cabins that some of my good friends and followers of my work have designed just based on some of my designs. So I hope you like this.
Okay, folks, so these are some of the cabins that some of my clients and followers have built from based on some of my designs, but modified in some ways. This one here is made by Tina Petrie. With her father, husband, and sons built this cabin in just 5 weekends. Now, she is really proud of this. For one thing, she got all of her family involved to do it, and that's what she really enjoyed, because she got her father, her husband, or her kids all involved in building this, and they did it quickly. 5 weekends, that's a pretty fast build. Now, that's just the basic outside structure. They haven't done anything on the interior when she sent me these pictures, but here you can see the loft, and they've got it insulated up there, and their end wall's on. The window is covered by a 4x8 sheet they got leaning up against the wall here. And there you can see it out in wintertime. And there's the basic cabin structure. Doesn't show the deck or any of the finishing on it yet, but they've got it all enclosed in for winter, and then they can finish it up, work on the inside during winter, and then work on the outside when the weather clears. So really nice cabin there by Tina Petrie. Now, this cabin here was built by Jesse McVeigh, and he also shows pictures here of the basic cabin structure, showing it set up on piers. He used a pier system down here. Here's a picture over here of the inside of the loft. Again, you can see it insulated but not finished on the inside. Some nice pictures of the front showing the windows placement. And you can show that he wrapped it up here in some tar paper, which I recommend as a weather barrier. Either use Tyvek or tar paper. And here's some different pictures. Here he shows his battery and inverter system down here. He did a really nice job on the interior work, better than what I do. He did a nice rock wall behind his propane stove, and he used these deer sheds, which are deer antlers that the deer have shed off in the springtime. And so he used deer shed handles for his cabinets. Isn't that nice? And then he paneled the inside and used some nice beam structure. And here's a nice picture of it from the dark with the light showing through his windows. Really, really nice cabin design there, fancied up by Jesse McVeigh. Now, this one here is really nice. This is from Natasha, and it is built in British Columbia, Canada. And her dad helped her build this. Her husband was having some health problems, so her dad had a piece of property, and they needed a place that would be built so that her husband would be able to move around and get around in it. So they had to clear the land, and they show there they've got the bulldozer out there, and they had to clear their land because it had a lot of trees and stumps and stuff like that on it. So she shows the progress of how she had to clear the land, build the structure, and then they modified the cabin to be a bit bigger with different window placement, and that's just fine. She used a slide. This is a beautiful picture here. Sliding glass door, and then they've got these thin strip windows up in the top in the loft. Instead of one big window in the middle, they went with these thin strip windows up in here. And I think they went with 2x6 walls because this is up in Canada where it gets colder. 2x6 walls so that they could put in more insulation. So there's a different way that cabin design can be modified. And that's from Natasha. And she was a really great person to write this up for me. She gives a write-up of her progress down here. So go and read that. These are some cabins pictures that people have sent me, but I did not catch the name on, and I wish I had their names on. Here's one that is built out that a person is using for a guest house cabin on their property, based from my designs. Nice painted up. He relocated the door to the side instead of right in the middle, and he has one window on the side. Now this one here is a barn structure design. From my books, I also said that you could do this design in a barn structure to give you a little bit more loft room. And this is a young couple that built theirs on some family property using the barn style roof for a little bit more loft room. And they've got it set up on some cement block piers. So there's a different way that those cabins can be built if you want to do a barn style roof. It takes a little bit more work to construct a barn style roof, but it's a very good design for getting some more room up in the loft. This one here is Daryl Poe's cabin that he just sent me. And he has reported to me that he has got the cabin finished, and he supplied a video showing the entire cabin and his homestead. So really go to my website and watch his video. Click on the link for that because he says that he is not just surviving, but he is thriving. And he's got his cabin all finished up. And his cabin is based on my design, but he made it longer. And he put the door in the side instead of in one of the end walls, which is also a modification that you can do to any of these cabin designs. He went with a little bit larger design, and relocated the door and windows, but still the basic same structure design can be built the same way. So go and watch his video. And then the newest up today is from my friend Fritzy, Mark, who comments a lot on my videos and has been following my progress. And he's got a video up now of his cabin. Again, this cabin is based on the same structure, but his cabin is larger and uses some end wings and has a larger loft in it. So if you're looking for a larger structure, they are modifiable to be a larger structure. So he has a really nice video up there now of his progress, and he's going to keep adding to his channel. So I recommend you go to my website. Up at the top, you will see where it says Client Cabins. Click on that. That'll take you to this page. You can go watch those videos and see other cabins that are being built. And I'm going to be adding to this all the time. I wish I had done more to collect pictures of people's cabins that are built, because there's been a whole lot of them built, like I said, all around the world that have sent me pictures, but I haven't got them all on the page yet. So I'm going to do a better job of getting them all up there. But that will give you some ideas of how these cabins can be built, different ways, modified to fit your needs. So I hope you'll come and see that and really explore the different ways that these designs can be used for your homesteads. All right, folks, thanks for stopping by my channel. I hope you'll give it a like, subscribe to my channel, visit my website, simplesolarhomesteading.com. Have a great day, everybody.